Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Clean Greens Living. Woo! Oh, Happy New Year, everyone. We're so excited to have you here. We have a lot to do today. We just want to welcome you. It's your girl, Queen Bree, and Robyn T, and our special guest, kitchen mechanic, Josh Humphreys.
What up? What up?
Robyn.
Hi there. Hi, everyone. Really happy to be here. Happy New Year. Very grateful to be here. We are coming to you from Rainier Avenue Radio, Seattle, Washington. Also, love to mention we are on unceded Duwamish territory land here, and our original show music was provided by Carrie Williams, aka Cuddy Fresh, out of Seattle, Washington, as well. Thank you all for joining us.
Okay, typically when we start off our show, Josh, we do a check-in. And
Okay.
so before we were going to do a check-in somehow, because it's a whole new year, we was going to talk about our plans, but let's talk about the what the heck happened. The what the heck, because we can't cuss. Capitol Hill, what the heck? What is going on in this world?
How are we feeling?
How are we feeling? I feel
I'm feeling some type of way personally, because we all know had it been a different situation, a different scenario, that it would have ended a lot differently. So I just sit back and I look at the situation and I'm like, well, look what we've gotten ourselves into. Somebody needs to fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely one of those situations that makes me as a black man uneasy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even want to get pulled over and have to explain anything. So for me, I'm just like, I wish this would all come to an end at some point,
Yeah. Robyn,
Thanks for your thoughts, Josh. Thanks so much for your thoughts. Yeah, I'm as well. I was gonna say the same thing. I'm feeling some type of way, and there's so much going on. We wanted to make sure we address the elephant in the room before we got into our healthy living, because it's heavy on everyone right now, and it's only heavy on me as a certain level, and so I definitely want to say that I'm happy to be here of service and just helping out anyone who may be feeling some type of way. And we're here in support, in community, and that's what we're doing on this show, so everyone gets to feel heard. So thanks for bringing it up, Brione. How are you?
You're welcome. So listen, I'm the same with you guys. I'm conflicted because we all know that was privilege yesterday. And for people to lose their lives over this nonsense, I'm conflicted because at one point I'm like, dang, a human being lost their lives for stupid stuff. But on the same sense, I'm all like, well, y'all was talking reckless and y'all was crazy and y'all stormed in there. What were they supposed to do? And I feel like America is suffering from Trump's daddy issues. He is seeking self-approval because he didn't get it from his dad. And now that he's getting it, he's not going to shut it down. So I am hoping that it ends soon. And I just think that you need to step back from the camera, step back from the news. Someone yesterday was like, well, we got to be careful. We don't know. We got to be careful what we watch. We know what we saw, but make sure you're not taking too much of it in. Debrief, take some time, meditate it away. And the work is not over. Just because Trump is out of office does not mean that the work is over. This is where it's just beginning. So I want to make sure that everyone is aware of that, and they're getting out in their communities and they're making plans that everyone is safe and stay close together. Just watching your back, just making sure you're okay. Don't be in fear, but make sure you get out in your community and you're doing something about it, and not just sitting there and saying this is crazy and not do anything, because that is why they are able to do what they do now. So that's how I feel. Okay, so let's get into it. Josh, that was some heavy stuff. I'm sorry, but we have to address it because these are real life issues. But Josh, I know him for some years. We went to high school together. We've been in and out of each other's life, watching each other grow. So I'm really excited to have you on the show. So happy about your business. So tell us about Kitchen Mechanic.
Okay, so thank you for having me. Like you said, we've known each other since high school. Got to see each other grow and prosper. And when I had the opportunity, I reached out to you right away and was like, hey, let's get something going. my business, due to the pandemic, which is crazy because all the restaurants were shut down. Everybody was in, turmoil. And I had been laid off at the time. I was sitting at the house and I had quite a few people asking me, hey, how can we get a hold of your food? How can we try your food? This, that, and the other. After having enough people ask me, I was like, okay, maybe I should, get out here and give it a shot. So I started doing meal planning and prepping for a couple of people. I wound up talking with a couple of chefs and working a couple of events. Things just started to roll from there. Once I realized that the buzz was catching and people actually liked me, you know what I'm saying? I continued to go with it. I went ahead and got everything trademarked, getting everything licensed, trying to make a positive push in the right direction and just continue to do what I do. I've been cooking for the past 10 years now. So for me, it's like second nature. This is where I'm comfortable at. This is my home. So I love it, and being able to put myself in a situation to where now I'm not having to listen to the executive chef. I am the executive chef and I'm the one calling the shots and running everything. It's a great feeling, even though I got to go to work every day, when I'm done with that and I come back and I'm doing my thing, it's nothing more rewarding. So I've been just working hard, doing meal planning and prepping. I got a couple of clients of mine that doing the keto diet. So now I'm running the keto meal plan and prep for them. I'm also doing a regular meal plan and prep for people that just want to eat healthier, portion control and size. I'm also doing private catering, private events and things like that. So I've just been across the board with it all last year. I plan on going even harder this year. And it's like I said, it's crazy because I'm getting nothing but positive feedback right now. So I'm gonna continue on that mission and on that road.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't tried his food yet, and I'm going to soon. But I heard his food is good. One, two. What what do you? I had a question. Sorry, I forgot it. Robyn, do you have any questions right now? While I
Yeah, I
gather my
do.
thoughts.
I do. Thank you. First of all, I love the name Kitchen Mechanic. I love that you set up your camera in the kitchen. You didn't even
Me
tell us
too.
you were going to do that, and that is super cool. And it's kind of getting us in the mood. And I appreciate hearing all about the successes already with your business. And I'm actually really curious to what it's evolving to. I know. I heard that you've been, you've kind of had an evolution, there was like something getting you moving towards a healthier lifestyle and helping people. And can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
Okay, so for myself, I mean, just in general, the better living, that didn't start until I got sober. So I started living better when I started treating myself better. I had completely hit my rock bottom and was like, this just isn't for me. And after going to treatment and clean and sober living for over a year and a half, and really just having to pick myself up by the bootstraps and knowing that nobody could do this road for me but me, was just an eye-opening and changing experience. I went to a culinary program over at Fair Start in downtown Seattle, and that really opened my eyes to wanting to be in the kitchen. And that was about 2009. Was still running around, didn't really have too much direction. And then after I got sober in 2011, I was like, okay, well, let me make this, push towards what am I going to do with my life now that I've gotten sober and everything. So it was like, okay, well, I love being in the kitchen. I got a little taste of that, so I wanted to do more. And I went to Le Cordon Bleu 2011, graduated from there in 2012. And I've just been in the kitchen pushing ever since. Now, as far as living healthier and better and everything like that, I've really just had a lot of people reaching out to me. Hey, we want to start this diet. How do I do this? Because there's so many different things that you don't see going on in the restaurants and in the grocery stores. It's like, you want to be able to know exactly what's in your food. So I got a lot of people asking me, how can we do this? How can we do that? And it's quite simple, you know. That's what started pushing me towards doing everything cleaner and neater. And now that I have the keto diet going on, it definitely makes me watch what I'm eating as well. So anytime anybody asks me something, you know, it's always like, well, let me look into that. Let me, you know, find out more information about that. And then before I know it, I'm moving in a totally different direction. When I was over at the UW Club, I was doing a lot of work and a lot of meal planning and everything for vegan dishes. And now I'm hearing a lot of people ask me about that now. And they're like, you know, hey, do you know anything about vegans and this, that, and the other? And I'm like, well, sure, of course. I got quite a few of my photos in my phone and everything like that. So being a cook, you always have to be prepared for that new fad, that new craze, that new diet that's coming up. So I always got to stay on my toes. So I never know what direction I'm going to head in, you know, but I'm always willing to learn. There's never been a time where I've looked at a diet or something and been like, oh, this is rubbish. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, so be it. But I don't know what direction we're going in. As long as, you know, we're having fun and we're in the kitchen cooking and it's healthy. I mean, I'm not running the Jack in the Box. I'm not going to McDonald's and things like that when I can just hop in the fridge myself. So, I mean, we're having fun at the house, you know, and that's what's really dope, is because I'm being able to help people that are busy in their schedules and don't have a chance or the opportunity to get home and cook or have a home cooked meal. And that's where I come into play. And then when they get home and they open the refrigerator and they grab one of the meals, they're already ready to go. So they just throw it in the microwave and, you know, it's all good. What direction we're heading in, I'm just going to keep on this path and find out, you know?
And see, that's what I love. You don't have to necessarily, people always think you have to have this straight and narrow way to go. And that's what I love, is that you don't have to. And you make it fun. Like Josh has YouTube videos. Josh should
You're breaking up.
people focused. It keeps them interested in food. And you're right. I mean, we got to keep, just in everyday life, you got to keep up with all the fads. So it's good that you're staying on your toes. But I want to take a second to acknowledge that if you're just hopping in, you are on Clean Greens Living. Hi guys. If you're just hopping in, you're welcome to Clean Greens Living, and we are on RainierAvenueWorld.com. It's it's your girl Queen Bree, Robyn T, and Kitchen Mechanic.
Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone.
Okay. So Josh, so you're meal planning, you're keto. Which one is the most popular one and why?
I'm going to say my regular meal plan right now is the more popular one, primarily because I'm not doing any diet regulations or anything like that on that particular meal plan. It's just more about portion control and cleaner cooking and eating and healthier living. Now the keto is where I've had, 1 or 2, 3 or 4 people ask me about it. And my first question to them is, have you gone through the ketosis and things like that? Like, if you haven't done that, then this meal plan isn't going to work for you, and you might want to look into something different. So it always makes me have to do my research. And when I got to do my research, and I'm always asking the next person, is this something you want to do? Have you met these steps to go into that next level? So right now it's just my regular menu. Like I said, I do have a couple of clients that are with the keto and they've already made those steps and they're sticking with it. And that's where they want to be with it. And I, commend them on that. Now my people on the other side that have just the regular menu, I got quite a few friends of mine that, actually get meals and everything like that. So they're always trying to make suggestions, and some of their suggestions, I'm just like, well, I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, right now the most popular one would definitely be my regular meal plan, which is 5 meals, one for every day of the week at $75 a week. So what it breaks down to is about $15 a meal. So you get a complete meal, $15, clean, healthy, and people are loving it. So, not to mention, I be putting videos out. So you actually get to kind of see what's going on in my kitchen and how much fun I'm having or what I am doing, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll post the pictures of the meals. So you'll see what you're about to get. And then Friday when I'm at your house, like what's happening, it's all good, you know?
I love it.
That, right. I love that you check in with them and you make sure you're not just making money. You're making sure that you're servicing your clients the best way you can. So it's like if I come to you with some humbug diet, you're going to be like, nonsense, that don't work for you. Did you do this and this and that? And a lot of people just want to make money. So I like that. I like that you're doing that.
It sounds really customer driven too. Like everyone came to you, it was like an attraction type thing, you know, where like you needed some indication from the universe that this is your thing, and you said it just really grew like organically, and I love that too. And shout out about your story too, the fair start. I love hearing about that. I also as well am a person that is completely sober, so I did that about 5 years ago, and I started a food business as well. So that story is near and dear to my heart, and I really love seeing how it plays out and just kind of like magically laid out this path. And you're glowing about your work you're doing for people. And it's a really beautiful thing. And I know it's just going to continue being successful and making people's lives better. And I love the convenience of it and the heart that goes into the food. It's really neat. And that's really cool too, that you know how to service so many different types of diets and letting people kind of explore stuff like that too. So that's really cool.
And I love how during the pandemic you mentioned, you know, you didn't let it stop you. It created something in you. The wheels went turning. And that's a lot to come out of. You know, during the pandemic, it was heavy for people. So to come out and now you have this whole plan, I'm excited to see what's to come and what you have going on. And I know he said he does catering, he does food prep meals, but I also see in one point you did a private dinner. So do you do those too?
Yes, I do. I do private dinners, private events. I haven't told anyone no. You know what I'm saying? You contact me and we can put something together and everything can line up, then I'm all for it. The things that give me challenges are the ones that excite me. You know, I mean, I can do a lobster tail and a steak all day long, but now if you come at me with something that I gotta, think about and actually go look at and research, that's what gives me the drive and the passion. And people really enjoy that because when they contact me, it's all, it's one-on-one. I'm hands-on with you from beginning to end, and we're just gonna make it great. I've actually done about 4 or 5 private dinners since the whole pandemic started. Some for some really close friends of mine, some for some other clients, and it's always amazing because I come into your home or wherever we're gonna have the dinner at. I'll have most of the things prepared. Then you'll get to see me cook in front of you, lay it all out in front of you while, we're basically breaking bread, sharing stories. You get to talk with me. I'm talking with you. You get to see the whole experience. And those right there, those bring me joy because that's super cool. I'm getting to talk with somebody that I normally don't talk with or know. They're getting to have the experience of a personal chef in their home or whatnot. And those right there, man, bring me joy. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, those are super cool.
You mentioned, oh, sorry, go ahead, Robyn. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say that's a beautiful experience. And I don't know if you've heard, but Clean Greens has a farm. So we're going to have some fun, okay, during the season, okay? Because we got a lot of cool veggies that we want to do one of those and see what it's like to have that experience with all that produce. Okay, what were you going to ask me?
Oh, no, I was going to say that we're going to do a cooking show where he's supposed to get back to me with that. A cooking show where we record him cooking, and of course we have to socially distance, and it'll just be us 3. Where he do a cooking show, he'll cook some of our fresh vegetables when we get them out. What I was gonna say is you mentioned the low sodium. You was gonna talk about low sodium. So tell me about low sodium. Like, how do you know if you're using too much sodium in your food?
So a lot of people, they know because they've had, blood tests or whatnot. So the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, people that have a tendency to smoke nicotine and things like that. And some of my clients that are actually older in age. So what I have been doing, and it actually helps very much because also at my job, I'm at an assistant care community that we don't use as much salt and things of that nature because of the fact that we're older community. So, to substitute for salt, we want flavor basically, and flavor. We're gonna go ahead and just cut out all the salt and stuff and use more aromatic herbs. So I have thyme, lemongrass, chives, rosemary, parsley, green onions. Citrus is a big one. Citrus is a big flavor builder and booster in your foods. Lemon zest, lime zest, lemon juice, onions, lots and lots of spices, and all that will help for you to reduce using as much salt as you do in your normal diets. And once you actually start to taste your food and the flavors that you're putting in them instead of the salt, you're going to start reducing salt. Eventually, you're going to wind up using no salt at all.
Nice.
I love it.
That's good to know, because I know a lot of books I've read, they said use just pepper, sea salt, and then those seasonings, which makes sense to have the seasoning instead of using that one compiled season that everybody puts something in and then makes it high sodium. So that's a nice tip. Okay, so what is one goal that you want to see yourself do this year with Kitchen Mechanic? I just love Kitchen Mechanic. I love that name. Okay, so what is one goal you want to see for Kitchen Mechanic? You're welcome.
A goal that I want to see this year for Kitchen Mechanic. So I'm thinking that I either want to be, I really want my truck. So either a truck or a brick and mortar building is what we're pushing for. So to actually get the foundation and everything laid out and have a better understanding of what I need to do in order to get that would be great this year. So basically building a foundation like in high school, get my foundation solid and move forward from there. So like I tell my friends, last year was about, the heavy lifting and getting my name out there. This year is going to be about having fun. Hopefully we're going to make some money, lay down a solid foundation, and as long as people are hungry and people eat, then I'm going to be here,
Okay.
I love it.
Me too. So usually when we end the show with a healthy tip and something that we plan on working on this week. So we want to kick it off with you, Robyn, then Josh, and then I'll go. Healthy
Sure.
tip.
Thank you.
What is a
Thank
healthy
you.
tip
And
we want to live with people and something you plan to do this week?
cool. Yes, one of those tips I saw, and I don't want to take it from you, but when you were showing us how to eat without salt, you showed us all those herbs and stuff, and those have so many good nutrients too. So not only are you taking out the sodium, but you're adding those in. So I love that tip of adding in nutrients. Nutrients are sometimes my thing. So I'm going to go with this week. If you have the opportunity to get something into your body or into your mind that's going to make you a little bit healthier, choose that one. And bright foods and those aromatic herbs, like you said. If you want to grab a fruit, get some berries or something, some frozen berries, put them in a smoothie. You're going to get those extra nutrients, and we're all going to need a little extra rest, and we're going to need extra hydration and extra hugs from those that we're able to be around. And so I loved hearing your goals. I think some of my goals is to continue. We've done some goal settings together, me and Bree, already this year. And I just want to continue building that foundation and those systems so we can all work together, help each other as a community.
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay, Josh, your turn.
Okay, my tip is going to be cooking with less butter. So look at cooking methods such as steaming instead of frying, boiling, poaching. Instead of using butter, look at using coconut oil, flaxseed oil, or olive oil. So that's going to be my tip for you.
Nice.
Boom. And I think with all those tips, I want to kind of steal Robyn's earlier. We were interviewing for something else coming up. I feel like hydration, drinking your water, and getting your rest. Because if you're drinking your water, you're going to crave less of the bad stuff. And if you're getting your rest, you're going to make smarter decisions throughout the day as far as your goals and your healthy eating and your exercising. And so my tip is what I'll try to work on this week is going to bed on time, using less butter. I already use less butter, but using the herbs and less seasoning. I think that's what I'm going to work on this week. And we'll check back in next week. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you enjoy Clean Greens Living. Thank you, Josh, for coming.
Thank you, Josh, so much.
Check out Kitchen Mechanic. It's KETCHEN Mechanic at on Instagram.
Yes.
Right? And I don't know how you feel about people following you on Facebook, so you can give that information.
Come on. Hey, everything's open to the public.
Okay, everything's open to the public. So Josh Humphreys on Facebook, Kitchen Mechanic on Instagram. Thank you for joining Clean Greens Living. Happy New Year. Join us next week. We'll have a happy, healthy doctor on to talk about New Year's resolutions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
This is the news